Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Way of Learning German. This is Tanmayi and in today's video, we are going to discuss the concept of trennbare Verben. Without any further ado, let's dive right in. Have you ever come across a verb in German that gets split into two parts upon the usage in a sentence? Like anrufen gets split. Okay, so think of it like this. So anrufen is one word. It's an infinitive form. Which form is it in? Infinitive form. Here I am cutting the word anrufen into an and rufen, where an is the prefix. Or in German we write it in this way with umlaut on a. And rufen is the verb. See, in simple words, it's just splitting the word or cutting the word into two parts, the prefix and the verb. That's it. That leads us to the concept of today's video, which is trennbare Verben. I repeat, trennbare Verben, which is nothing but separable verbs. Basically, verbs which you can separate. Let us look at some of the examples so that we get a deeper idea about the topic. Now, this is the most important sentence. The prefix moves to the end of the sentence. I repeat, the prefix, in this case an, it moves to the end of the sentence. Ich rufe meine Mutter an. The word anrufen, this word an, is jumping to the end of the sentence. And the word rufen, what's rufen again? Now rufen is a verb. It gets conjugated. Here we are. Okay, now rufen is a regular verb or irregular? It's obviously regular verb. So, ich rufe, du rufst, sie ruft, wir rufen. Remember that? So that we are applying here. So let me summarize it once again with another example. Du rufst mich an. You are calling me or you call me. Du mich. Mich is me. So here again an comes at the end of the sentence. The prefix comes at the end of the sentence. And rufen, which is a verb, which is a regular verb, gets conjugated and becomes rufts. Rufts. Du rufst mich an. Does it make sense? I really hope it does. Now, okay, can you spot what's wrong in this sentence? Okay, the answer is written right here, but still you can try. Ich anrufe dich. Can you not split the word and write? Is it allowed? I mean, it violates the rules. You are not supposed to retain the verb in its infinitive form. It cannot remain anrufe or anrufen. You have to split it. So the right answer would be ich rufe dich an. Let me write it. Ich rufe dich an. Anrufen. Right? Now, you might wonder, are there any cases where we can retain the verb in its infinitive form? Yes, there are. When we use modal verbs, don't worry about it right now. I'm going to explain this at the end of the video. So, now let's move on to W-Fragen. In German, we have two types of questions. W-Fragen, which is WH questions, and Ja oder Nein Fragen, which is yes or no questions. Let us see how the sentence structure is. First up, we have W-Fragen. Wen rufst du an? Whom are you calling? Here, can you spot the trennbare Verben? Which is anrufen. You're right. Here, as usual, an, which is prefix, comes at the end. Does that make sense? Until now, if you're clear, do drop a +1 in the comment section. Next, Roofen, which is conjugation. Again, we will have to conjugate roofen into roofs. And the thing is, there's one difference you might have noticed. Since it's a Vefragen, the question word appears. Now, what are question words? Wo, woher, wan, those words. This is whom. In sentences, also the verb is in the second position, and even in the Vefragen, it's at the second position. Okay? Done. Now let us look at Ja oder Nein Fragen. How can you spot the separable verb? You're right. Again, we are using anrufen. And as usual, the prefix comes at the end. And here the thing is, verb takes the first position. Which position did the verb take? First position. It takes a first position in this case. Roofs do mich später an. Später is nothing but later. Will you call me later? If you are having any doubts until here, do drop them in the comment section below. I would love to answer your query. Now, let us focus on some of the most important separable verbs one must know. At least for A1, you must be familiar with these. I really believe there are other verbs too, but then let's look at these as of now. Aufstehen. I repeat, aufstehen, which means to get up. Now here we are looking at one sentence, one Vefrage and one Ja oder Nein Frage. Does it make sense? Okay, let's begin. Ich stehe 7 Uhr auf. I wake up at 7 o'clock. Stehe auf. Now, Vefragen. Wann stehst du auf? Again, you can see aufstehen here. When do you wake up? Or next we have Ja oder Nein Frage. Stehst du früh auf? Do you wake up early? Again, here you can notice the verb is getting conjugated into stehe, states, states. Auf, the prefix remains at the end. I really hope this makes sense. Now, second up we have anfangen, which means to start. Der Unterricht beginnt fängt 8 Uhr an. Next we have Vefragen. Wann fängt der Unterricht an? Here, how do you conjugate it? Let me show you how to conjugate it as well. Der Unterricht. This comes under RCS form, right? Ich fange, du fängst, RCS fängt. So, it became fängt. Wann fängt der Unterricht an? When does your class begin? Wann fängt, because classes Unterricht is der Unterricht. Fängt der Unterricht 9 Uhr an? Does your class begin at 9 p.m. or 9 a.m. most probably. 9 a.m. So that was about how the verbs work. You can have a look at the other verbs. Anrufen, mitkommen, mitfahren, losgehen, zurückkommen, ausmachen, anmachen, einkaufen, aufmachen, zumachen, abfahren, ankommen, einladen, Fernsehen. So this is the last topic for the day, which is Modalverben. How does the sentence structure change if at all we use Modalverben? Now what are these Modalverben? Verbs like müssen, können, dürfen, sollen, wollen, etc. Basically can, could, should, must, may, might, ought to. So basically those modal verbs. The structure is simple. Whenever you spot these words, let the done by a verb and not change. Do not cut it. Let it remain in its infinitive form. It will remain in its infinitive form. Losgehen abhaven ausmachen. As simple as that. That was all about today's video. Pause the video, go through the sentences, understand them, and if you have any doubts, please do drop them in the comment section below. So thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more.